magical folk, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. So today we are going to play Would You Rather Harry Potter style. So I've got a series of questions I'm going to ask myself, would I rather, and so on and so forth. But before I get into the video, I have said before on this channel that I am not a makeup guru in any way, shape or form. I'm very, very basic. Sorry, I'm waving my wand around like I'm telling you off. I'll put that down in a second. So yeah, I'm not a makeup guru. I'm not very well skilled when it comes to doing makeup, especially things like eyeshadow looks and stuff. But today I thought I'd go out of my comfort zone. I've gone for like oranges because I'm wearing the pumpkin juice t-shirt from Geekia. And I thought, ooh, could I dabble in some oranges? And I gave it a go. So what do you guys think? I've gone for like orangey and like silver in the corners here. But yeah, and I've gone a little bit darker in the corners and kind of blended it into like a more subtle orange. It probably doesn't look that orange actually on camera. I think it looks a little bit more pinky already. But I was really pleased with myself. Give me some props for my lovely little eyeshadow look going on. Anyway, carrying on with the video. Don't forget, if you haven't already, to click the subscribe button to become part of my little magical community, and also don't forget to turn the notification bells on so you're notified every time I upload a video, and also check me out on my social media. Okay, so Harry Potter, would you rather? So I've got a list of questions written down in my little book, so I'll refer back to those, and yeah, we're going to have fun. So the first one was, would you rather degnome Mrs. Weasley's garden or help Hagrid spray for flesh-eating slugs? Now, neither chore sounds like fun. Flesh-eating slugs is probably quite dangerous, I would have thought. And I think degnoming a garden would be quite sort of physical work. I remember actually, I think it was the Chamber of Secrets PlayStation game from donkeys ago now. This is back when I was a kid. There was like a little mini game where you could play where you had to degnome the garden, and you literally held them by their feet and you kind of swung them around, and then you had to throw them over the garden wall. And I remember that being a pain in the neck because the gnomes kept popping up in random places, and if you didn't get them in time, they'd like be mischievous and stuff, and they'd go to you and stuff like that. So yeah, I remember that game being really, really fun, but also severely frustrating. But yeah, flesh-eating slugs doesn't sound like a fun challenge, but they'd be slower, I suppose, so I don't think it'd be as physically challenging. So we'll go with helping Hagrid out with the flesh-eating slugs. So the next one is, spend a year in Azkaban Prison or a year inside Professor Quirrell's turban. Oh, that'd be sweaty in there. I don't want to do that. That sounds gross. I definitely don't want to spend a year in Azkaban. Can you imagine? Especially if, like, you haven't done anything wrong and this is just purely for like day purposes. So you're a completely sane, normal, everyday person going into a prison full of evil wizards, that most of which have gone mad because of the Dementors. It would be severely depressing because, for one, it's prison, two, again, the Dementors. That would be absolute hell, I think. That would really, really be horrendous. And I think you'd probably be a changed person coming out on the other side as well, because as much as it's only for a year, you'd come out a completely different person, I think. I'm getting really deep. This is like really serious business. Don't mean it to be. Whereas being in Professor Quirrell's turban for a year, yeah, I don't like the sound of that either. Can I not do this one? I don't want to do that, but I think that would be preferable to spending a year in Azkaban Prison. So yeah, we'll go with the turban thing. Number 3 would be study dragons in Romania or break curses for Gringotts. Now, both of these sound pretty cool, but also, again, severely dangerous, a little bit out of my comfort zone. Does anyone play the Harry Potter game, Hogwarts Mystery, for like the iPhone or the Android phone? I think you can get it for both. Because you get to meet Bill and Charlie Weasley in that game, and you actually spend a lot of time with them. I think you're in the same year actually as Charlie, and Bill's the year above you. Can't remember exactly. And obviously Bill works for Gringotts Bank breaking curses, and Charlie becomes a dragonologist, I think is the right word. Yes, dragonologist. And you kind of get like a little bit of a taster of both those things within that game, and both seem really fun in sort of like the safety of your own home playing on your phone. But I think in real life they'd be severely dangerous to do either. But I'd probably maybe go for the dragons, because I think dragons are absolutely gorgeous creatures. Dangerous, yes, but as long as you respect them, I suppose, you could do the job fairly easily. And I think obviously you have protections and things like that, whereas breaking curses in a bank, I think working in a bank wouldn't be as fun as out on the field working with dragons. So yeah, we'll go for dragons on that one. Okay, so the next one is train owls to deliver mail or make and sell wands. This one's easy, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure with this one what I'm going to go for. So I remember watching like documentaries and stuff about the making of Harry Potter and all these little bits and bobs that you see in the studio tours. And they have said numerous times how hard it is to get the owls to actually deliver mail and to actually be trained to do that, like to go from point A to point B with a letter and drop it. So they said it was absolutely the most difficult thing in the world. They were really, really stubborn and really difficult to train. So I don't think that I would have the patience for it. I struggle to get my dogs to like do like basic training and stuff like that. So I don't think I could train an owl. That is definitely a more stubborn and difficult creature to train. But I am very creative and I do love making things, and I think I can make things like this. It's so pretty. Look at this one. This one's from Geek Gear, and it's my favourite wand so far anyway. I did have a little favourite one beforehand, but this one has surpassed that one. So yeah, this is my new favourite wand. But yeah, I would love to make things like that. I would love to sort of make all individual types of wands and all the different ones, and yeah, I think that would be a really, really fun job. Ooh, this one's a hard one. Pass your apparition test or be an animagus. Oh, that's really mean. I want to be both. See, I would love to be an animagus. I think that would be such an amazing thing. And if you could be an animagus that had wings, i.e. like a bird or something along those lines that could fly, then you wouldn't necessarily need to apparate. So if you could choose which kind of animal that you were going to be, then I would definitely go for the animagus. But I am also really, really lazy, and well, I'm not lazy, and that's probably being a bit harsh on myself. But I like to get things quickly. I like to just get there. And I travel a lot with my friends. We have a group of friends and we're all kind of scattered throughout the UK. And yeah, we do these meetups every so often, every few months. Obviously we haven't because of the pandemic lately, but we were due to go away in May, and obviously then COVID-19 struck and we've all been sat in our houses bored stupid. So because we do all sort of travel back and forth, and we do go to each other's hometowns, and we try and go to places that sort of meet in the middle kind of situations where we can all kind of congregate together. I drive, so normally I would just drive down and it's pretty straightforward. But I'm always whinging that it takes so long. I went to my friend Vicky's house not so long ago, just before actually the lockdown hit. I literally the weekend before lockdown hit, I was at her house. So if I had stayed there a couple of days longer, I'd have been locked down in my friend's house. So bless her, she would have had to put up with me for a very long time. But I had to drive 4 hours to get to Vicky's house, and if I could just apparate and just appear in her kitchen and go, okay, I'm here, feed me, what's going on, what are we doing, it'd be so much easier for me in my life. And yeah, driving can be very, very dull when you're on your own, and it's a 4-hour journey straight on the motorway. So I want to apparate. But yeah, I think if I was gonna go for the one or the other, I would head towards the animagus. Oh, this one's hard. Be a squib or be a muggle. Saying that, actually no, it's not that hard. No, it's not. I would want to be a squib over a muggle if I could have the choice, because at least being a squib, you're still in the magical world. You may not actually be able to perform magic, and you may not actually be respected that much within the magical community, because I know that squibs do get a hard time. But at least you'd still be involved, you know what I mean? At least you'd still have the wondrous world that is the wizarding world. Whereas as a muggle, you're very unaware of all the other things going on in the world. You're sort of shielded from all the magicalness of the wizarding world. So I would rather be a squib and involved in some way, shape or form in the magical world than be a muggle and be completely oblivious to it. Okay, so the next one is spend Halloween in the Great Hall or spend Christmas in the Great Hall. Ooh, both sound so much fun. I'd probably go for Halloween, only because most recently, last December, just gone, I went to the studio tour for Christmas in the Snow, or Hogwarts in the Snow, not Christmas in the Snow, Hogwarts in the Snow. And it was absolutely glorious, magical, beautiful, nearly cried, just absolutely stunning. But I kind of feel like I've done that for now, so I haven't experienced Halloween whilst in the studio tour. So that's something that's like the next thing on my list. Obviously, maybe not this year now because of the whole pandemic, but maybe next year I can go to the studio tour in October when they've got all the Halloween-y kind of stuff there, and I would love that. So yeah, I would definitely go for the Halloween event over the Christmas because I haven't done Halloween yet. The next one is face a Boggart or a Dementor. Ooh, see, with a Dementor, you know what you're coming up against. You know how to deal with it. You know the best way to fight it. With a Boggart, I genuinely don't know what my worst fear would manifest as. I'm not particularly afraid of, I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm not afraid of bugs. I'm not afraid of clowns. Stuff like that doesn't really bother me. The only thing that bothers me is loss and death, which is again very, very deep and depressing, so I apologize, but that's the only thing that kind of really scares me, like really triggers my anxiety and really upsets me. So I don't know how that would manifest in a Boggart, and I don't know how I would tackle it. Like, how would you like reimagine that scenario? Like, obviously when Neville is afraid of Snape, he puts him in his grandmother's clothes and it instantly becomes hilariously funny. Would I be able to do the same to Death? Dress him up as my nan? I have a very glamorous grandmother, so I think Death would look very, very beautiful dressed as my nan. But also because I suffer with, again, we're going so deep into this, I suffer a lot with depression and anxiety, so I think going up against a Dementor would probably make me feel 100 times worse. So yeah, maybe go with a Boggart actually. Yeah, definitely the Boggart. Okay, last but one. So would I rather travel to Hogwarts on the train or via the Ford Anglia? Oh, the train. As much as the Ford Anglia is a really cool part of the Chamber of Secrets, I do love that scene with Harry and Ron. Obviously in the book it goes on for a little bit longer and the boys are kind of eating toffees that they found in like the dashboard and things like that. But again, that's driving. So I'd either have to drive the entire way there, which I'm not all about. I'm all about relaxing on the way to Hogwarts, you know what I mean? Or I'd be the passenger, I suppose, but then if I was just going to be in the situation with Ron and Harry, then I'd only have the driver to speak to. I wouldn't be able to get up and stretch my legs. And obviously I would miss out on the trolley with all the yummy goodnesses from Honeydukes. So yeah, I probably would stick to the train. The train is definitely the best way to travel to Hogwarts. And we've come to our last one. So the last one is, would you rather only be able to watch one Harry Potter film for the rest of your life or have to watch all 8 films each time? Oh my god, that's really difficult. Only one ever or all 8 in one. I mean, that's a long time to sit there and watch all 8 films, you know what I mean? I have actually wanted to do this for a little while. I want to be able to have like a Harry Potter marathon where I just start the entire thing and from start to finish, and I wanted to kind of film that process, but I have 3 kids, one of which is a toddler, second of which is my son actually has some learning difficulties, so he requires a lot of attention, a lot of care, bless him. So I don't know if I'd ever be able to do it. The only time I'd be able to do it is if like my husband went away for the weekend and took the kids with him, because then I could do it totally. So, you know, maybe that'll be a plan in the near future. You go, you take the children, I'll stay home and watch Harry Potter all weekend. Sounds like a really good plan, that does. But yeah, so I would probably have to swing towards just the one film, but I'd be devastated to do that, to be fair. So I'd have to pick a really good one, and I can't pick that right now. That's a whole nother conversation that I need in my own head. So yeah, I'd probably have to go with just the one Harry Potter film. Oh, Would You Rather games are so much fun, but they are so like brain wracking as well at the same time. So I hope that was fun for you to watch. I hope you kind of like played along with me, and you know, if you agree, if you disagree, pop it in the comments below. Let's have a little debate, let's have a little chat about what you would rather do in those situations. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed my video, guys. Please give it a magical thumbs up if you did, because I am very needy and I need all the love in the world. And also, if you haven't done already, please hit the subscribe button to become part of my magical community. Don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you won't miss out on any of my videos, and also check me out on my social media. I'll see you very soon in my next video, guys. Bye bye.